Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for Monday, April 14th, 2025. I'm going to try this here this morning. This is from Speakeasy, which I was on yesterday. I got to sing a little song. We'll start with this one. Here we go.
Trouble, and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. Got a friend, you got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, that old north wind should begin to blow. Keep your head together, call my name out loud. Soon I'll be knocking on your door. Just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Yeah, won't you let them? You just call out my name, and I know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, good to know that you got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you got a friend? Got a friend.
There we go. Well, very happy about that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope Facebook will let the audio through. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's pray in, my friends. Great to be here with you. Go ahead and close your eyes, turn within. We'll take 3 deep breaths together, hand on the heart. First deep breath. And let it go. Second deep breath, a little deeper each time. Third and final deep breath here. Here we go. Looking up through the third eye. Hold. Hold. Oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. We give thanks, we let it be, and so it is. Patricia Coda Robles, I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. I am also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth. I give heartfelt and the entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life and of life itself. I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. The Course in Miracles. This is the only thing that you need to do for vision, happiness, release from pain, and complete escape from sin, all to be given you. Say only this, but mean it with no reservations, for here the power of salvation lies. I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. Deceive yourself no longer that you are helpless in the face of what is done to you. Acknowledge, but that you have been mistaken, and all effects of your mistakes will disappear. In all these diversionary tactics, however, the one question that is never asked by those who pursue them is, what for? This is the question you must learn to ask in connection with everything. What is the purpose? Whatever it is will direct your efforts automatically. When you make a decision of purpose, then you have made a decision about your future effort, a decision that will remain in effect unless you change your mind. 5-step prayer. Father, Mother, God, indwelling Holy Presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit of love and light, we give thanks for this morning and this divine moment, the eternal moment of now, and we give ourselves fully and freely back to the oneness that we truly are, today, tomorrow, and forever. Beyond all illusions of separation, beyond all seductions and manipulations of ego and mind, we stand firm and fully free in the sunlight of this new day. Awake, aware, alive, grateful, thankful, available, vulnerable, responsible, and fully committed to the truth that sets us free. Use us this day for your divine and joyous purpose, that we may be an inspiration and an example to everyone we meet, and that opportunity, synchronicity, and grace accompany us on your path of love and light, now and unto forevermore. We bless this world and everyone in it. We know that all is well, that peace and love and joy and happiness and freedom, that abundance of all good things, generosity, compassion, mercy, kindness, forgiveness, are the order of this day and every day, awake, aware, and alive in God Almighty. Father, Mother, God, we give thanks. We let it be. It is done. So it is. And together we say, Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am that I am. Amen. Okie dokie. Thank you, thank you. There's Anne. Good morning, my friend. Great to be here with you. Well, I just was sharing. I got to be the singer yesterday on Speakeasy, and because I'd gone out to Mia's Christmas party, and our mutual friend Mary had requested You've Got a Friend, which I wasn't up to at the time. I tried to Shower the People, but I had that in the back of my mind all this time. And sure enough, didn't I learn and sing You've Got a Friend yesterday, which I opened the program with here today, if you're just getting on. And hopefully Facebook will let that through, as we say. And Mary was the host. So I got to thank her for her suggestion and dedicate the song to my friend from the course and Speakeasy. And it was a fantastic sermon from Maureen. As always, just one of the most amazing teachers on the planet. I have to say, along with Mia, being in Mia's group, Course in Miracles, every morning is just a huge, huge boost in my in my daily practice and on my path in this lifetime. So thank you, Maureen, Mary, and Mia. Yeah, the 3 M's. And everyone else who's a part of Speakeasy and the Course in Miracles for showing up and serving fully. Here's Candace Coe. She says, a word I keep hearing a lot lately is dichotomy. Dichotomy. To be human is to experience this constantly. It is not something to fight or deny. It is divine philosophy. It is the positive and the negative, and the recipe of the battery. It is the charge that drives, the needed contrast for experience, the variety of ingredients to create an entire reality of many appearances. And she gives us a photograph of the rainbow eucalyptus tree, which is a beautiful expression from Mother Nature of divine contrast. Beautiful picture here from Drunvalo Melchizedek, fans of Drunvalo. When a being becomes mortal, when a being becomes immortal, Melchizedek of the wood, when a being becomes immortal, it is not that he lives in his present body forever, confined to a prison. We will always eventually grow beyond whatever physical form we take and need and want to move forward. What this means is that the memories of all past lives are remembered, and there is no longer a break in the flow of memory. That being is immortal. All of us who will become a living being here on earth after transition will definitely become immortal beings. Well, Drunvalo, I love and adore this man unreservedly. He's been a huge inspiration and a great blessing in my life. I got to meet him and connect with him very deeply over a short period of time. And the real deal, 100%. and one of the best teachers of consciousness in my life and on this world. So I don't know if Drunvalo's gone immortal, but yet, I don't know if he's still with us on the earth or he's made his transition, but I send him all my love. Very, very grateful for his books. He has three actually. Ancient Secrets of the Flower of Life, Volume 1 and 2, and Serpent of Light, which is an incredible book, and about his journeys to the different indigenous cultures of the world and connecting with spirit, with the indigenous brothers and sisters, and doing great light work as the shift of energy happened from the Kundalini serpent of the earth shifted from Tibet to South America, the Andes. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel right, but somewhere in South America, one of the mountain ranges. Anyway, great book. Here's to Drunvalo. He has 2 more in the pipeline, is where I'm going with that. He's got two more books on the Flower of Life. Abraham, looking forward to it. God bless you, Drunvalo. Abraham, clarity. Clarity, my friends. Clarity is the biggest prize you are looking for. To feel clear and sure and stable. That is really what you desire. Take a breath into that. Yes, I've been chatting with a friend about that. Guidance for the 14th of April, Eileen Caddy. Ready? Let's get the print a little larger there. It is important that there is balance in every situation at all times. You will find when everything you undertake is done under my guidance, there will always be perfect balance. That is why you have to allow life to unfold without trying to force anything. For as you do, nothing can go wrong and nothing can be out of timing. It does not mean that you sit and do nothing, expecting everything to fall into your lap. You have to keep ever alert. You have to keep your consciousness raised. You have to expect the very best, and you have to have faith that all is very, very well. You have to wait upon me in absolute faith and confidence. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that I am your constant guide and companion. You have to know that your ways are guided by me and by me alone, so that every step you take is firm and sure, and everything you do is done in love. Kaboom. Take a breath into that. So here was the course for today. Let all things be exactly as they are, or is the course for today, better said. Let me not be your critic, Lord, today, and judge against you. Let me not attempt to interfere with your creation and distort it into sickly forms. Let me be willing to withdraw my wishes from its unity, and thus to let it be as you created it. For thus will I be able to recognize myself as you created me. In love was I created, and in love will I remain forever. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? And part 2, let not our sight be blasphemous today. Let not our ears attend to lying tongues. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is wholly, WH, wholly safe. And it is only this we seek today. Kaboom. Take a breath into that. We're in the wave spell of the White Wizard from the Mayan 13-moon lunar calendar for the year, and today's glyph is Red Galactic Dragon. Hold on to your hats, my friends. Harmonize, model integrity, birth, nurture, being. That's Red Dragon. And White Wizard, the energies are timelessness, as we were just speaking of, immortality, eternity, and chant. To enchant is to work magic upon, and receptivity. Red Galactic Dragon, I harmonize in order to nurture, modeling being. I seal the input of birth with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of life force. Deep breath. Red galactic dragon. I harmonize in order to nurture. Modeling being. I seal the input of birth with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of life force. Deep breath. And final version, red galactic dragon. I harmonize in order to nurture. Modeling being. I seal the input of birth with the galactic tone of integrity. I'm guided by the power of life force. We give thanks, we let it be. And so it is. David White, new poem here, prayer for an invitation. I pray for you, world, to come and find me, to see me and recognize me, and beckon me out, to call me, even when I lose the ability to call on you who have searched so long for me. I pray to understand the stranger inside me, who will emerge in the end to take your gift. I pray for the world to find me in its own wise way. I pray to be wanted and needed by those I have learned to love and those I must learn to love. I pray to be wanted and needed by those I cannot recognize in my self-imposed aloneness. And I pray to be wanted and needed by those I wish to be wanted by, but I acknowledge the power of your beautiful disguise, and I ask for the patient heart of all things to understand the abiding fear I feel in following your unknown ways. In my fear of receiving, in my fear of taking your hand, in my fear of following your hidden, difficult, and forever beckoning way. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. So here's a note from our dear sister MJ Halligan, and I started listening to this talk. It's Veda Austin, Kiwi water photographer and mystic and author, and near-death experiencer and all of that. Beautiful soul, with our dear sister Pam Gregory. And I started listening to it, and didn't it go straight into the telepathy tapes one more time, which I've been raving about for months. So MJ says, listening to this convo is pure magic. It also brought so much sweet affirmation on why I started calling the ocean my ocean of love, and why my heart guided me to Australia to live and be and breathe in and by the ocean and warmth of sun. I hear the sounds of waves in my left ear when the ocean calls to enter its flow, and get out of my head mental chatter, which stagnates the flow of energies moving through my physical body. Just yesterday, an ocean dip was the perfect antidote to feeling like I had been run over by a steamroller. My heart, bless you. I love this woman. My heart feels so warmed. My heart feels so warmed by these amazing doorways to consciousness. I always knew those with autism are here to teach us to level up to their vibrational levels. I have not been tuning into the Telepath Tapes podcast yet. However, super grateful. It's all happening on Earth as we continue to awaken into the tangibility of our inherent divinity, God consciousness, embodied love. We truly are, I am. Gratitude and love for all the godly goodness. MJ Halligan, take a breath into that. So do give that a listen. I will definitely get back to that because, not only am I a fan of this series, and she's got a part 2, which I need to catch up on, and I know she's recording another part and working on the film. But didn't I have a personal experience with a nonverbal autistic young man on Friday at St. Michael's music session in the afternoon? Yes, I did. He was a lovely guy. I think his name is James. And James just stood in the middle of the floor twirling and dancing and working his magic for all of us. and making his own songs, and a very, very sweet, beautiful soul. So that was an amazing thing. Then synchronistically, when I mentioned it to my buddy Peter at the library, who does the Friday afternoon mindfulness class at 3:30, which I've missed the last 2 Fridays because of choosing to work on my music and get out there and practice and sing a bit. I mentioned this young man to Peter, and Peter said, did I know that his fiance has twin brothers who are both autistic, nonverbal? No, I had no idea. So I got to tell Peter about the telepathy tapes. So there's that little lovely morsel of synchronicity, and things are jumping all over the place. And now we come to Lily Nova and her 2-hour update with videos and photographs about her trip to Egypt. And this was on last night, and a few of us watched it. And mind-blowing revelations, giants, parallel realities, ancient tech, time travel, stargates, ETs, and forgotten wars. At one point she was talking about seeing the creators of humanity working on the blackboard and doing some genetic experiments and whatnot. Yeah, deep stuff, very powerful. Anyway, not everyone's cup of tea, but I certainly enjoyed it. And she's a beautiful spirit, a wonderful teacher, this young lady. There are many, many of them out there right now, and it's such a bit of grace. Candace Coe and The Lost Octave is certainly part of that. For me, I'm working through the book a little bit every day, and it's a revelation. So grateful for all of this. Here's Lorna Byrne, Angels in My Hair. All the things we're searching for humanely are all gifts we have for free. We have them all, and yet sometimes we just can't see them. You cannot go into a shop and buy them, yet so many of us are in search of them. But guess what? They are all within us. We are all capable of possessing them all, processing them all, is what she says. Love, compassion, forgiveness, the list is endless. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. Blessings, Lorna. So thank you, Lorna. Tonight is Ian and Fallon, my friends of listeningtosmile.com and Frequency Minded Magazine, their monthly invitation to be a part of this open-ended and wonderful community of artists and teachers and healers. And so you're all invited, April 14th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which of course is 11 o'clock in Ireland. But my goodness, so worth it. And I enjoy it every time. It's just a great gathering of like-minded souls helping each other up the mountain. Here's one from Muji Baba. Love does not need an intention or an object to love. He is, she is the highest expression of being in recognition of oneself. They are the oneness of being. Just as the fragrance and the flower are one, your being radiates this love effortlessly. You are the being. Silence, wisdom, and joy are their perfume. This is where you leave your baggage outside. Baggage means identity, desire, memory, projections, who you think you are, and who you think you want to be. The beauty wakes you up when there is space for the wonderful one. Surrender to, that's gorgeous. Surrender to yourself. Be completely empty of you, and only one will shine in this space eternally. There it is, my friends, from the mystics and the poets, seeing through to the deeper truth. Beautiful. The beauty wakes you up when there is space for the wonderful one. Thank you, Muji. Nikki Hamid. So small and yet so great. Something beautiful for God. This is a phrase that fills my heart and was spoken by Mother Teresa in relation to service to others. We are an expression of the source of all that is, journeying through stars and galaxies, worlds and dimensions of infinite variety, with potential of unlimited experiences, minute replicas of the void in expansive expression, minute replicas of the void in expansive expression of pure love, light, and sound, God exploring self. And so you, your life, your being, and your doing, whatever it may be, is something beautiful for God. Can you imagine this? Can you feel yourself this way? Can you see the preciousness of you and the expression that is your life, sweet brothers and sisters? Let me say that again. Can you imagine this? Can you feel yourself this way? Can you see the preciousness of you and the expression that is your life, sweet brothers and sisters? And at the same time, do you know that you are a mighty soul being of sovereign free will? That you have eons and eons of experience far beyond your present conception? That you are not lower or lesser, but equal to all beings in the universe and at all levels and dimensions? Do you feel tears well up in this knowing? I do. As I write this, we do, for I feel it from my company of heaven, angelic hosts, and my master mentors, and they just love it when I stand tall and fearless in my knowing and yet can shed such tears. This is what we are. You have been and always will be. This is what we are. A beautiful one of God, for God of creation, of source, of the one. So shine on. I so love you. P.S. And another beautiful paradox. The more you serve the truth of who you are, and the more you love who you are, the more you know the truth of your service to others. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Andra Sky, rare Merlin and King Arthur text found hidden in the binding of a medieval book. This is yesterday at 3 a.m. In a discovery that feels plucked from legend itself, scholars have uncovered a rare and previously unknown fragment of the Merlin and King Arthur saga, concealed for centuries within the very binding of a medieval book. Through the use of multi-spectral imaging, this ancient parchment, long repurposed and forgotten, has come back to light like a voice from Avalon. The text appears to be an early version of the Vulgate cycle, a cornerstone of Arthurian mythology that predates even Sir Thomas Malory's Le Morte d'Arthur. It tells of Merlin's enchantments, Arthur's rise, and mysterious alterations in the narrative that could shift our understanding of the myth's evolution. Such variations are a goldmine for historians, as they may reflect alternate oral traditions or regional variations once lost to time. More than mere legend, this discovery suggests a world where the line between myth and manuscript was thinner than we ever imagined. The fact that this tale of swords, sorcery, and sacred kingship survived hidden within the bones of another book is poetic, echoing the mythic theme that truth lies beneath the surface, awaiting those wise enough to uncover it. As we translate and decode its faded words, we may yet uncover secrets that the bards and scribes of old whispered by candlelight. One must wonder what other fragments and forgotten magic still lie slumbering in the shadows of dusty libraries. I'm just going to plug my phone in here. Yep, okay. Very good. Well, that is amazing. It's like the discovery of the two generators, I'm going to say. That's what Lily Nova called them, beneath the second Great Pyramid. Ali Ray, my friends, yeah. Big picture of a beautiful lion. These are the moments where true character is revealed. Many will experience shock and awe in the times ahead Many will experience shock and awe in the times ahead, as those whom many placed in high regard are seen in the truth of their character. Many may have difficulty coming into relationship with the truth of things. As humans, we have created so many stories to attach ourselves to, external relationships and structures. Two great revealers of a human's true character are how patient they are when they have nothing, and their attitude towards an action when they have nothing, and their attitude and actions when they have everything. This is such a profound timing for humanity. Not everyone is ready to lead with the lion inside. Not everyone is prepared to love all others as themselves and step forward in loving strength and action for the good of all. But some have given their lives wholly to God and are moving into positions all across our planet to hold steady in a grace and power that is God's alone. These precious hearts have been made strong through their human suffering and the transmutation and power of the Holy Spirit. Make no mistake, there is a true fire inside, and those in whom it dwells know. To you whom this speaks to, keep your full attention within. You are here in service to the Most High. As God directs your movements, so too will all that is necessary be provided. Breathe easy, Lionheart. You are walking in the kingdom. I so love you, Ali Ray. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Humanity Will Make It by Paul Selig and his spirit guides. Good to know. I was on with David and Vivica for an interview about their work. We're doing this every Friday afternoon. This is the third Friday in a row. And the title is Eden Temple, Overcoming Death, David Maria and Vivica Sophia Kalma. And that was Friday. As I said, it's been seen about 100 times, which makes my heart sing because they're amazing beings doing great work. So do check out that interview if you haven't seen it yet. It's on my page or Awakened Spirits Network on YouTube. Guthima. Even 800 years later, Rumi continues to speak to my heart. Maybe that is how Shakespeare speaks to many. This is how it always is when I finish a poem. A great silence overcomes me, and I wonder why I ever thought to use language. Jalaluddin Rumi. Beautiful new painting from Brother Tim Goulding, a master if ever there was one. Some amazing pictures here of from a Facebook page called Irish Roots, which I put on my phone and shared with my Irish friends here at lunch on Saturday, and it was an interesting response, put it that way. This is two of the poorest in wealth, materially, the poorest looking white people I've ever seen in my life, is the only way to say this. These are my Irish ancestors. They don't have shoes. They have shoe-like things on their feet, God love them. They're dressed in rags. They don't have an ounce of fat on them, and they both look happy and jolly as can be. Yeah, like two chaps strolling on the golf course. Anyway, it was quite interesting because I say there are very few countries in the world that have come so far, so fast as Ireland over the last 100 years. And little moments like this remind me that that is true. They were turf collectors, I believe. Yeah, so the what people burn in the fire here, kelp burners, from the 1600s to the early 1900s. Kelp burning. Entire communities gathered brown seaweed from the shore, dried in the sun, and then burned it in stone-lined pits to produce a hard ash rich in soda and potash, essential for glass making, soap, and textiles. At its height in the early 19th century, the kelp trade brought jobs, income, and purpose to families in remote coastal areas. Children collected, mothers dried, fathers burned. It was labor-intensive and short-lived, eventually undone by cheap imports and synthetic chemicals. But for over 2 centuries, it helped shape the economy of Ireland's rugged edges. Yes, indeed. There were some thin times there, my friends. God bless you. One more from Gathima on love. If you are a true lover, when you say to someone, I love you, you are not saying I need you. What you're saying is you and I are one. If love wants anything, it is only to give itself away, to dance. To love is the courage to move into a limitless dimension. To love means to turn suspicion into a place of pilgrimage, to turn fear into laughter, to become a lamp, a smile on a friend's face, a bird song coming from distant hills, a road leading to your heart, to grow new things of possibilities and soar. To love is to shift from a bud to a blossom, to give up judgment and blame. My dear, I want you to remember that. You are love itself, and you are endlessly sacred. David Maria, thank you, Guthima. He says, we have just passed through the first equinox, eclipse season of this year. Whenever there is an eclipse, lunar or solar, there is a cessation of movement, a still point. When that happens, we are always presented with an opportunity to release more of our old baggage, especially deep in our cellular subconscious. And it is not just from this life, it is from all of our lives, multi-dimensionally. As we continue on our soul's journey into, we just had the full moon, of course, yesterday. As we continue on our soul's journey into consciousness, we arrive at the point where we finally stop believing that the outer world is real. We turn our vision from looking outward and believing that what we see is real, and our vision turns inward. When this threshold is crossed, the pupils of our eyes become black holes, and as we cross the event horizon of them, all of our outer projections begin to be pulled into it. This is what he talked about in the interview. I just let it wash over me. It's just amazing. Eventually, in each of our own time, I love David. I don't always agree with what he says or understand it, but I still love him. Eventually, in each of our own time, all of our stuff, no matter how large or small it is, dissolves into it, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Once we cross that event horizon, there is no returning. We never return to the beliefs of our old selves anymore. We move into the full awareness that we are source, we are all of creation, and that there is no separation anywhere. There is only one. Good morning, Anne. And there are many ups and downs and challenges of this path. Are there many ups and downs and challenges of this path? 3 guesses, yes, of course. Yet they are also our greatest gifts. As we free ourselves from our shadow selves, the light that has been trapped inside those distortions releases and is absorbed into our light body. I was quoting on the interview with David and Vivica, when the light that's lost within us reaches the sky, Jackson Browne from Before the Deluge, great song. This is an incredibly deep process, both personally and collectively, for each of us has chosen our part of the collective that we have played out personally, and it is unique for each of us. Okay. Thank you. Sarah West, the Bushman of the Kalahari, I think you mean, don't you? That's what I believe. Let's go. The Bushmen are among the world's oldest living cultures. Until recent decades, they lived deeply connected to the earth's rhythms, attuned to the seasons as the hunter-gatherers, nourished entirely by wild foods. As an egalitarian society, both men and women hold power equally, and they practice collective decision-making. Hallelujah. Let's do some of that. As a young anthropologist, I traveled to the Kalahari Desert to study Jehu Hosseini Bushman's use of wild foods. It was their healing practices, however, that I found to be even more fascinating. For the Bushmen, the concept of healing is central to their traditional practices, and movement is a fundamental part of healing. The Bushmen are a dancing culture. Dance is the language that speaks through everything from nature and community to their own spirits. As a lifelong dancer myself, being immersed in a culture where dance is a central way of life was incredibly exciting. Music and song, rhythmic clapping, bodily tremors, shaking, and dance move the community into deeply altered states. Their shamans, known as Nom Zosi, I'm sure I'm murdering that, but there you go. Nom Zosi possess the ability to enter trance states of heightened ecstasy, where they connect directly with the spirit realm. The most powerful shamans are known to be the best dancers, engaging in the most intense and prolonged dancing of anyone in the village. Amazing. While dancing, the shamans build energy called Nam, which they use to heal people with. When a healer has gathered enough Nam, N/OM, they put their hands on those who are unwell to remove energies rooted in the body that they believe could lead to illness and harm if left untreated. It was a profound experience to learn just how much dance, movement, and hands-on healing was used for individual and collective healing. It was a significant moment of encountering a lost human birthright. While the trauma industry booms with books and expensive trainings, the Bushmen have always known the body remembers. They have always moved their bodies through emotional pain and wounding, releasing bound-up energies, attuning their nervous systems, and healing together as a community. This deep understanding of bodily healing has likely been central to their lives for thousands of years. This is where my field of somatic therapy finds resonance and where my own therapy practice draws wisdom. Utilizing somatic therapy, bodywork, dance, and earth-body connection represents a necessary shift from the outdated pathologizing models of Western cognitive psychotherapy. Amidst the current surge of the trauma world's multi-million-dollar industry, it is crucial to remember that this path to healing is not new. It's the deep ancestral wisdom of humanity, still practiced by one of the oldest living cultures alive today. It's a legacy of healing for all of us. As the Bushman elders say, these are urgent and dangerous times, and our wisdom is needed to heal the world. Take a breath into that. Beautiful. So DVL has shared his meditation from Thursday night, my lovely brother, in his Hands of Light group. He calls it the Spirit Butterfly and the Crystal Cave, and that is available there. And I have lots of Robert Edward Grant and Rob James Comer posts there from last week. I'm looking for Patricia's Mother of Pearl Resurrection Flame. Here we go. Thank you very much. Yeah, ready? This is the miracle of the resurrection flame. Eons ago, when the children of God began experimenting with our gift of life and departed from the love-based qualification of our creative faculties of thought and feeling, our Father, Mother God perceived the shadow of our miscreations, taking form in the astral plane, surrounding the earth, and within the consciousness of our earthly bodies. Our godparents knew that the fruits of those seeds would be aging, disease, disintegration, and decay. They further understood that some means of restoration would have to be provided to the children of earth, who would one day desire to return to the perfection of our original God state. To begin the process of manifesting that restorative power, our Father, Mother God breathed into their heart flames from the very core of creation, the radiance of the mother of pearl, resurrection flame. This sacred fire is a multifaceted and multidimensional frequency of light by which the aged, diseased, distorted, and disintegrating carbon-based substance generated by the misuse of humanity's thoughts and feelings can be purified, restored, rejuvenated, and resurrected back into its original God perfection. When all was in readiness, our Father, Mother God summoned 2 mighty solar angels from the great silence to bring this sacred resurrection flame to earth. Through the heart flames of these mighty archangels, who are known through all creation as the angel of resurrection and his twin flame, the angel of restoration and renewal, the mother of pearl resurrection flame was anchored on earth. From that moment forth, the angel of resurrection and the angel of restoration and renewal have accepted the responsibility of bathing the earth in the resurrection flame in a rhythmic momentum. This sacred fire flows through the portal formed during the March equinox every year and bathes the earth for several weeks. In the northern hemisphere, the resurrection flame is the frequency of light that awakens the hibernating animals and brings the plants and trees back to life after the dormant winter months. The resurrection flame is also the sacred fire from the heart of God that resurrected Jesus' crucified, carbon-based planetary body into his fifth-dimensional, crystalline-based solar light body. This occurred 3 days after the crucifixion on what the Christians now celebrate as Easter. This year, 2025, due to the need of the hour and the unique awakening taking place within the masses of humanity, our Father, Mother God have granted the angel of resurrection and his beloved twin flame, the angel of restoration and renewal, permission to breathe higher frequencies of the mother of pearl resurrection flame into Mother Earth's fifth-dimensional crystalline grid of comprehensive divine love. Our body elemental, when we invoke and freely partake of the gifts and blessings pulsating within the new frequencies of the fifth-dimensional Mother of Pearl resurrection flame, we will avail ourselves of the restorative and rejuvenating power, that will greatly expand the unique awakening taking place within our 12 fifth-dimensional crystalline solar strands of DNA. Okay, so we're going to do this now. Please listen to your heart and affirm this mantra as often as you are inspired to do so. It is a gift from on high. It has been building in momentum for millennia. So here we go. Go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. I'll read this the 3 times that it's written here. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrection and the life of the immaculate concept of humanity's, the elemental kingdoms, and Mother Earth's physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, now tangibly manifest and eternally sustained by divine grace. I am the resurrection and the life of the immaculate concept of humanity's, the elemental kingdoms, and Mother Earth's physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, now tangibly manifest and eternally sustained by divine grace. I am the resurrection and the life of the immaculate concept of humanity's, the elemental kingdoms, and Mother Earth's physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies, now tangibly manifest and eternally sustained by divine grace. And so it is. Dear one, during this sacred and holy time, allow these new frequencies of the Mother Earth's pearl resurrection flame to flow through your heart flame to bless you, your loved ones, and all life belonging to or serving the earth at this time. God bless you. I look forward to being with you next week. Patricia Cota-Robles. Take a deep breath. All right, my friends. Well, I'm kind of realizing the time here because I want to share this on Substack, and it requires that I leave it at an hour, and I think I started a little early in my excitement here today. So we'll see how we go. Thank you for being here on Morning Poems and Prayers. There are many links there that you can support and explore the people that support me and the resources that I want to share with you. The LifeWave X39 stem cell patch, Frequency Minded magazine for April, and the call that's on tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Ian and Fallon, and all the rest of it. So I'm going to leave it there for the moment. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to pay closer attention to the time, and I'll do a channeling there tomorrow. God bless you indeed. Have a wonderful day. Magic Monday. This is a huge week, the week before Easter. There's so much healing happening in our world. Let's be a joyous part of the birth of the new earth and love each other and be free. Peace and blessings. All my love. Namaste. Peace.